Welcome. Thank you for joining me. Gray Board Gamer here with a playthrough of Castle Combo on Board Game Arena. I just recently did a video on Captain Flip just to see if I could get it to work, and it worked pretty good. I got a suggestion on that video to do a tutorial before I start playing. While I can't go through everything, I think that completely makes sense that I'll explain how the game works to the best of my ability, and then I'll explain things as we go through the game. And to give myself enough time to do that, I've already played the game, and I'm going to go through the replay function that Board Game Arena has, which is great. So I can go through the whole game and comment on it, talk about my strategy, and then it'll give me more time to explain what's going on, which can be difficult to do in real time. All right, I'm in the game replay. At the beginning of the game, I was the first player. Let me go over some of the aspects of the game here. As you can see, we both start with 15 coins and 2 keys each. The object of the game is to use these coins and keys to score the most points. You score points by buying cards from these markets here and then placing them in this 3x3 grid or tableau that you're going to build during the game. The way that the cards score is self-explanatory. It's on each of the cards. You can hover over them, and it'll tell you that this card costs 4 coins, which is also in the upper left corner here. What shields are on the card, what ability happens when you buy the card, and endgame, I can't speak, endgame scoring here. So for this card, every blue shield above or below this card in your tableau down here will be worth 3 points at the end of the game. And I'll explain the cards and what they do, the different abilities on them, as I and my opponent plays their cards. Also, if you're playing this game, you can go down here to this question mark in the lower left corner, click on that, and it'll give you a really nice explanation of all the icons on the cards. Another thing to note is there's 2 types of cards. We got the silver cards and these brown cards here. I'm not exactly sure what the name of the 2 decks are off the top of my head. This is a game that I've only played online. I've never played this physically on a table, so my knowledge of the names of things is not good. Sorry about that. But as we play through this, it'll give you an idea of how the game plays and at least teach you how to play it here in the digital format. The coins are what you use to purchase the cards. The keys have a couple different purposes. You can see these 2 buttons here that say move the messenger and renew the cards. If I press move the messenger, this is the messenger here, he will move to the opposite row, which will allow you to then buy a card in that row. If you press renew cards, it'll wipe the cards from the current row you're in and discard them and give you 3 new cards from the draw pile next to it to choose from. Now, the key action can only be done once on your turn. So if you use it to move the messenger, you cannot use it to refresh the cards or renew the cards. Likewise, if you renew the cards in the row you're in, then you cannot move the messenger until your next turn. Another thing to note is on the back of these cards in both stacks, you see this banner here that has a 6 coin plus 2 key symbol on it. If you ever get to a point where you cannot purchase a card, you can select a card at no cost. And then you'll say, take flipped selected card. That will flip this card that you buy face down. And by doing that, you will get 6 coins and 2 keys that you can use in future turns. There are a few cards that score cards that are face down. And we have an example of that right here. At the end of the game, you get 8 points if there's at least 1 card that has been flipped over face down. That'll cover the basics. Now we can go through the game here, and let me see what my first move was. All right. I purchased this card for free, this orange shielded card. Now on this one, it places 2 coins on each money bag that you have in your tableau. including the one that I just bought. So you can see that there's 2 coins already placed on it here. And my opponent gains 2 coins. So if we look over here, I started with 15 just like he did, but now he has 17 coins. And I'm just using he as a generic term. I have no idea the gender of my opponent. The other way these work, the cards with money bags on them, is at the end of the game, I'm going to get 2 points for every coin that's on this card. So this card's already worth 4 right now because there's 2 coins on it. And then this 6 on the bag represents how many coins that this card can hold total. So as I add coins to this either through cards or other means, I can only ever have 6 coins on here, which is good because, I mean, it's still a 12-point card. Now we'll see what our opponent chose. All right, our opponent looks like they're going to be going for purple cards because this card was free also. Unfortunately, it gave him 1 coin for every full space in his tableau, and he didn't have anything but this 1 card right here that he just bought, so he ended up getting 1 coin. But every purple orthogonally adjacent to this card is going to give him 2 points at the end of the game. On my next turn, it looks like I'm purchasing this card for 0, and I am placing it to the left. Oh, that's something I didn't mention. Whenever you buy a new card, it has to go adjacent to another card orthogonally. The first card of the game just gets slapped down in the middle here because there's no other cards on the board. And I bought this card because it was free. That's nice too. And I get 1 key per missing shield type. I only have orange shields, so I'm missing the 5 other types of shields. So if you look up here, you can see it gave me 5 additional keys to use throughout the game. And keys are worth 1 point at the end of the game also that you have left over. So that's a really nice start. This one is going to give me 8 points, the one I talked about earlier, if I have a flipped over card in my tableau at the end of the game. Another thing is on this card, you can see right here, there's this silver triangle pointing upwards. And because of that, I bought that card, and because it has that silver triangle on it, it moved the messenger. So that's another way for the messenger to move during the game without using keys. Because if we look, if he stays up here and buys a silver card, every one of them has the brown arrow pointing down. So that messenger is going to move to the bottom row if he buys a card up here. Our opponent has chose the card. And he did buy one from up there, which means this card will be down. Now he bought this one here that says he's going to get 1 key per coin in X cards cost. So he's going to take a card in the brown row. That's what this symbol means here. So he'll pick one of these and discard it, and he'll get a key for each coin in the cost. So I think if I remember right, he discards this card here so he can get 6 coins. I'm sorry, 6 keys. Let's see if I'm right. Yes. And now see, he boosted up to 8 coins. Messenger moved because he bought one of the cards with the brown arrow pointing down. Now this is not real-time scoring, so it's just going to show 0 until the very end of the game when it all gets added up. You could take the time and look at your opponent's stuff and do all the math, but I ain't got time for that, so I don't do it. Let's see what card I chose next. I'm buying this one, which I thought I would buy because this orange, every orange card orthogonally to it's going to be 2 points. And let me go ahead and move the card into place. Now, I'm not sure why I did that there. If I would have placed it on either side of these, I would have scored both shields. So I don't know why I chose to put it up there. I guess I was hoping to fill in around it, which I still could have done above and below and already had 2 orange shields. So that was a mistake on my part. But as we see here, you have this symbol. It's got the silver and brown banner and a little -1. That means from now on, silver and brown cards cost me 1 less to purchase. And you can see up here in my little area, it shows those bonuses already. All right, he's going for this card because he's going to get 2 points for each card above and below it that do not have green or yellow shields on them. And he's going to get 1 coin per brown card when he plays it right now. So that'll give him 2 more coins and should boost him up to 15. Oh, I'm wrong. It just kept him at 13 because the card cost 2, so it was a wash. I moved the messenger. I spent a key. I'm choosing this card. Let me put it in the tableau. See what I did is I put it over here next to this one. So now that orange shield right here will score because of this, and the one below it will also. And when I purchased it, it gave me 1 coin per purple and 1 coin per orange. I didn't have any purple, but I have 3 orange because it does count the same card. So that means this card really only cost me 1 because I have the -1 here. So it was down to 4. And then I gained 3 coins back. So that was a pretty good move for me to keep a nice amount of money available to myself. And at the end of the game, every combination of purple and orange shields that I have in my area is going to be worth 4 points. So I'm going to be looking for some purple cards to buy too, because I already have 3 orange shields. And you can do that multiple times. If I have 3 purple shields and these 3 orange shields, I'm going to end up getting 12 points at the end of the game. He's sticking to the bottom row here. 1 coin per green of 1 neighbor. Well, I have no green, so I'm sure he chose just to get the 2 keys. Yes, he's got 8 keys now. And this was not a good choice for his tableau because you can see at the end of the game, you get 10 points if green is missing from your tableau, and he already has a green. So that card essentially is worth 0, was only worth the 2 keys that he got. That caused the messenger to move up to the silver row. I immediately spent a key to move it back down. I'm going for the coin bag since I already have one because this one, when I put it in my tableau, it gives me 2 coins on each card. So now this one already has 4 on it. Now this one has 2. So this card is worth 4 at the end of the game already. Oh, I'm sorry, 8 because it's 2 per coin. So this one's worth 8 and this one is worth 4. So I'm going to be looking for more things to put coins on my cards. He's going for the 0. And I remember I was eyeballing that one because you get 3 money for each 0 you have already and itself. And I have 3 here. I was hoping to buy that card, but I think Green Toothbrush figured that out and bought it out from under me. And it's going to give him a little bit too because he's already got a 0 in there also. And it's going to give him 2 points per 0 value card at the end of the game. So that's 4 points already. And it gave him 6 coins. So he's really flush with money. I'm going for this middle one with a yellow. I see why I did that. I get 1 key per card in my tableau that only has 1 shield in the corner. This one comes with only 1, and every other card only has 1 already. So it's going to get me 6 keys. Should really bump my number up over there. And it did. I'm up to 11 keys. That's good. Not only because it gives me flexibility to wipe cards and refresh the row, but also move my messenger and give me those points at the end of the game. We both are over halfway through. He spent one of his keys to refresh the cards, which means he cannot move the messenger and must buy one out of this row. And this one is worth 8 points if it's in the left side of your tableau. So he's going to either put that up here or down here on the left side. And it's going to give him a -1 for future silver card purchases. I immediately bought this one. Because I'm going to gain coins on 2 of my cards until they are full, which is great. So I play this, and it just racks up the points like crazy. It filled itself up, and then it completely filled up this one with 9 capacity. So that is a 18-point card at the end of the game. That is a spectacular catch for me. I got really lucky there. He's going for the purple. Doesn't have any purple to put next to it. It's purple, and he can put it here or here and get the end game scoring off of it. Okay. 1 key per silver card, so he ended up netting 3 keys there. I spent a key to move the messenger. I'm going to buy this one because it's a quick 4 points because I can put it in this corner right here, and it's a couple of yellows. And why did I do that? What was I aiming for those yellows for? I can't remember. And I don't think there was. No, I don't see anything on my tableau. All right, let's put that in that corner. There we go. And then the next player, he moves. Green toothbrush is going to buy 2 per shield that's not the same. So this is blue and orange. And if he puts it here, there's no blue or orange next to it. So that's good for his scoring. Now this is the final round. We're already down. It's a pretty quick game in real time. So this one, what did I end up taking here? I just went right for this one. Okay, I see why. It cost me a lot and took me all the way down to 3 coins, but it's the last one of the game, and I have my 14 keys that are going to score. But the reason I bought it, it's going to give me a few keys, I think, because there might be a color or two that I don't have. But this is why I bought it, because at the end of the game, each group of shields that I have, at least 3 of, are going to be worth 6 points each. And I have 3 orange, and I have 4 yellow, so that's enough too. So that's going to be a 12-point card at the end of the game. He went with the purple here. Did 4 keys, and it gives him 5 points because it's in the top row. And then it goes through the scoring. It scores each card. And then it gives you points for how many keys you have left at the end, and then your total sum. I ended up pulling a pretty decent win out here. What was that, a 12-point win? Yep, I can do math. 12-point wins. Those coins on the cards helped a lot. I remember when I was watching this thing add up right after we finished, I was excited, 6, 12, and then I was like, uh-oh, 4, 0, 4, 6, 0. And I thought, oh, did I make a mistake here? And then these last couple of cards, 12, 18, and then 14 for the keys really solidified the win for me. Well, I hope that this playthrough with a little mini tutorial at the beginning and an explanation as I go through the replay here will help you understand the game and show you how to use the interface here for this game on Board Game Arena. If there are any other games on here that you'd like to see, let me know. And if it's something I know already, I'll do it quickly. If not, I'll take the time to learn it and then do a video on it later. I will still be doing regular board game playthrough videos. Those just take a significantly longer amount of time for me to set up, film, edit, and then get uploaded. So those I'll still be doing, but I'm going to be more selective with those. But I will be doing a lot of videos like this here on Board Game Arena. If it's a game I've never done on here before, I'll try and do this format where I give a quick tutorial at the beginning, the best I can in this digital format, and then explain what I'm doing by watching the replay of the game that I just played. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, everybody.